Welcome to the Best of the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration attorney, and we're happy to welcome you. And we want to say thank you to everyone who supports us on all our platforms, especially those who write to us on social media, follow us, and share their immigration stories with us. We're grateful to the community that we have built together and it has inspired us to create this podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Hello, Shaniqua.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say thank you so much for doing the good job. I've been always been watching you for like over a year now.
Wow, thanks.
So yeah, but I came here because I came on live. I was supposed to do that from last week, but I haven't because of work and so forth. But
Sure.
I want to come to ask you for help. I
Okay.
mean, I'm in a very sticky position. So basically, I came on here maybe like ending of July, and I told you I was having a lot of problems with my husband and so forth. In that time, I already filed for my case in March, right? You told me to go ahead and do the VAWA, right? And I told you I also want to do it. You told me yes, you should go ahead and do it. But then me and my husband kind of rekindled where we talked and just looked over certain stuff that had happened and promised to move forward, which of course that went downhill to a point where he put his hands on me one of the time, and I told him I was gonna call the police on him, but he called the police before I did. I end up getting charged. He told the police that I had a knife, and I didn't. So no, I got charged for assault with a deadly weapon. I already went to jail. I know I have like this court case going, and it's like I'm very stressed and very depressed over it because I not only that but also my green card case because my I-130 was already approved. Only thing I was waiting for is just the green card, and then all of this just happened. I also let my the person that helped me legal person that helped me prepare my documentation for my green card. Before finally I let her know, and she told me just to wait because my I-130 was already approved. One thing I'm waiting for is my green card, but because of this court case that's going on and the court that case that has been filed against me and so forth, that I will make sure I do my utmost best to fight to make it dismissed and so forth. I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to go ahead immediately and just file for like a VAWA or still wait because I don't know what to do. And only person that I can really trust is really you, honestly, because I always watch your shows and so forth. That's why.
All right, so let's unpack all this. First, are you safe right now? Are you away from him? Everything's set.
Yeah, I got my own well, me and my roommate have an apartment right now, so cause he put me out, he threw me out of the place. I had nowhere to go, and no, I managed to get like a job somewhere and get an apartment and so forth.
When did you file the I-130 and when did USCIS approve it?
Okay, so I filed everything in March. I got my the first thing that was approved was my I-130. Then that was in August. And then the second thing that was approved was my work permit, and that was in September the 2nd. And I haven't got any updates after that.
So when you applied in March, at that time, were you out of status?
Yes, because I came on my visa and I got married in November
Six
before
months.
my stay was yeah before my 6 months was over. I got married in November, then I filed for my paperwork in March 25th.
Of 24.
Yeah.
And this person who's causing you all your trouble, the husband, did you know that person before you came to the United States?
Yeah, we met online. Yeah.
Okay. And then when, had you ever come to the United States on your visit visa before?
Yes.
So how many times had you entered before?
Before, like 2 or 3 times before, because normally I would come in the summer, like on a summer break, and go back home.
Okay. If you had to guess, why would they approve the I-130 but not the 485? That's unusual.
Yeah, that's what I keep on wondering because I have no records or anything, never got in trouble or nothing. So it's like when they only approved the I-130, I was wondering, and my the per as I said before, the person that helped me prepare the paperwork. Once I told her my I-130 was approved, but not my I-485, she told me just to hold on because normally they approved the I-130 first, then like 4 days after or something like that, they approved the 485. So I was like wondering, and I was
Is this
really
person,
just, anxious, like anxiety and so forth. Like, what's the problem?
is this person a lawyer?
She's not a lawyer, but she do help to do your paperwork and so forth.
She's an idiot.
Paralegal, not really a paralegal, but a
No,
legal
Tara.
assistant in
No.
immigration
Fake
process.
lawyer. It's called a fake lawyer. She's a fake lawyer. You should not listen to anything she says. She doesn't know what in the hell she's talking about.
That's why I said, okay, I have to make sure I hurry and get on
Yeah.
your platform to ask you. You're the better person to ask.
So for the criminal case, what's going on with the criminal case?
So I have court Wednesday. I filed for what's it called? Order of protection against him. They denied it because they were saying like there was not enough evidence, which is ridiculous. So no, I don't I think it's I don't know nothing about court, but I think I have trial Wednesday from the decision. I already sent my lawyer, my criminal lawyer. I have a defense like
Public defender.
lawyer defender, public defender. And I already sent him all the evidences and so forth. He told me he's gonna show the DA all the evidences, so I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna do my utmost best to, because I just, knowing the fact that I told him, I don't know, I don't even know what to say because, um, it just really no gonna jeopardize me trying to go into the army and all that, or even certain stuff that I share with him. Because the only reason why he doing all this because I don't know because I I just wanted to like to try to hurry and get away from him. None of the fact that the things he'd be putting me through. I wanted to hurry and get away, so I wanted to file a vow and so forth. So once he realized that I'm trying to do all that, I was gonna call the police on him and all that. He just trying to put a case on me and so forth. And he said he don't want to go to jail, so I'm gonna get all of that and so forth. And even like after the incident, when he put his hands on me, he was like, "Oh, what's the best way to deport you?" and so forth. And that's all. The next day, when I called the police to file a report against him, that a warrant was out for my arrest and I went to jail.
So, um, in your mind, if USCIS approved your 485 today, do you feel like that would be a good thing?
That'd be great. I would go in the
No,
army
it
right
wouldn't.
away, honestly.
It wouldn't be. It
But
wouldn't be a great. It wouldn't be a great thing. It wouldn't be a great thing.
on
Have you notified them that you moved?
no.
So you have an obligation to tell them 10 days after you move that you moved. So if they approve your 45 right now, they're going to act like you lied to them. You didn't tell them about the problems with your husband. So just to be clear, when we talked last summer, you did not go ahead and file a VAWA. So there's no VAWA case on file.
No, because as I said, me and him, I moved in with him. After that, we rekindled and so forth. Everything was going great until like the incident happened where I went to jail and all that.
I understand. I understand. All I'm saying though is you you are in a very very dangerous situation because first of all, do you think your husband sent a letter to USCIS telling them that you're a bad person and he's divorcing you and he doesn't want you to stay?
No, not that I know of.
If they came and knocked on his door tomorrow, what would happen?
Um, I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, if they come and knock on your door tomorrow, they're going to say, "Where's Shaniqua?" And he's going to say, "She moved out. What's going on?" "Oh well, I had to call the police on her. She's got a arrest. She's got been arrested. She's charged with assault with a deadly weapon, and she hasn't lived here for months. Didn't she tell you?" I mean, the VAWA case should have been filed 6 months ago, but it definitely needs to be filed now, and you need to be upfront with them about. You can't just lay low and hope you get your green card in the mail. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, no, I understand that. I was just because. as I said, the person that told me to hold
Right. Forget about
on.
that. We're not talking about her
Really.
anymore. She's a moron. We're not that. That's what notarios do. They play in the dark. They hide and they lie and they're not honest, and that's how their clients get fucked. So
So
what
you're
I'm telling
saying,
you is,
so you're
you need to
saying I'm supposed to like notify them, like make sure I notify them today that I've changed my address and hurry and file for my VAWA.
and you need to get a vow on file as fast as you can. And you need to tell them the whole story. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh God. If I knew, okay. I'm just happy I called you because it has been on my mind for a long time. Honestly, I'm just wondering if
Sure.
I'm
And
supposed to
it's
listen to
scary.
her.
It's scary to talk about, and it's scary. I understand all that. Good luck, okay, Shaniqua?
Thank you so much for your help. Okay.
See ya. You got it. Good luck. Bye bye. Wow. Those, stay away from those notarios. You see what they do? They tell you to lie. They tell you to be sneaky. They tell you not to be honest. They hope to skirt by the rules. When if she was completely honest, if she had done what I said back in June, instead of going back to her, she wouldn't have a criminal case on her now. She would have a VAWA case on file, and she'd be able to argue that he was abusive. Now, she's the one charged with trying to stab him with a knife. You're on mute.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum. How you doing?
Walaikum salam. Uh, my story is very long. I hope
Okay,
you have the patience to hear it.
go for it.
Yes, actually, we had our green cards through our dad back in 1986. And since 2006, my dad never been to United States. Back in 2016, we applied for tourism visa and we entered the United States. And then we applied to renew our green card. Me and my two brothers. We got approved. We got our green card, and then a year later, we go to vacation. When we enter the United States in the transit in Qatar, the officer asked us how we enter last year with a visa, and now we have a green card.
Good question.
Yes. So he reopened our case, and he told us that we will receive a letter when we get into United States.
Yeah.
They ask us for the evidence that we have been in the United States for the last 10 years.
Of
We
which
don't have,
you don't have any.
yes.
Yep.
We just have a document for 2 years. We sent that, and the case came back denied. We filed a petition, and
Wait,
since
hold on. When you say the case came back denied, what what was the case type? Like, what did it was it to revoke the 45s, or what were they trying to do? Were you in removal?
they just for the form to renew the green card,
Oh, the I-90.
yes,
They denied the I-90.
yes.
Wow. Okay.
But we already have the green card on hands. So we filed the petition, and then we never hear back since 2019. And last year, one of my two brothers flew back to our home country to support our family there in 2017, and he never get back until last year. He entered the United States without any issues with his green card, and we filed me and my other brother that we staying here in the United States. We apply for the N400 for the naturalization. We got an appointment. We went there, and the officer told us that our file never get back. They don't have our file. We need to reschedule the appointment. We're still waiting for the appointment until now. I'm just wondering if this related to the denial of the.
Okay. So let me see if I have this straight. Okay. So
Okay.
you guys all got green cards through your dad's brother or sister.
No, through my dad. It's through my dad.
So okay. So back in the 80s, you guys all got green cards through your dad. Is your dad a citizen?
No,
Okay. So when did you live in the United States? From the 80s until when?
no, we never live in the United States. We just come and back to our country every 6 months at that
So
time.
so
But
each year, How much time did you each year back then? How much did you spend in the United States, and how much out of 12 months?
I was underage. My dad, who's the one coming back at that
So you were
time, he
you were
spent
just
like
back.
2 months max.
Okay, but you were back in the home country. You had a green card, but you didn't live here.
Yes.
Okay, so was there ever a time where you lived in the United States as a green card holder?
No, until 2016 when we come back.
So
Till now.
in 2016, you guys got visit visas to the United States. That's how you made it back in.
Mm-hmm. And
Did
then
you just hold on? Did you disclose that you had green cards?
in the application, no.
Oh well, that's fucking fraud. Sorry, that's fraud.
Sorry, yeah.
That's fraud. What are we talking about?
Yeah, because at
Nobody.
that time it was
You guys aren't.
expired.
You guys aren't lawful permanent residents. You're not eligible for citizenship. This is all a big waste of time.
Mm.
You have no status in the United States.
Yeah, because in the application, when they ask us if you have a green card, it's already expired more than 10 years.
Mm.
Do we still have to mention
No
that?
way. Yes, yes, you do. That's called fraud.
Okay, we never knew that.
The question doesn't say, "Did you have a green card that expired?" It says, "Has anybody ever filed an immigrant visa petition for you?" Is what it says, and it's what it said in 2016. So, if you have citizenship cases pending, you should withdraw them. They're going to put you guys in removal. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. You should stop
There's no,
reminding them that you're here, and you should stop reminding them that you're here. And if you leave the United States, they're not going to let you back in for a really long time.
mm. So my brother is lucky to get back in.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this case, what we supposed to do? Because I have been live here since 2016 until now.
You've been in the United States since 2016 until now.
Yes, I had
Yeah.
all my babies here, or my life is here now.
Jesus, what a mess. I would say, Shweez, that this mess that you're giving me is way too important to be talking about through YouTube. You need to hire immigration lawyers to help you figure this out. I don't want to tell you bad advice, because there might be some way that you can say, how old is your oldest kid?
It's almost 8 now.
Almost what?
8 years old now.
8 years old or 18?
8.
Yeah,
My
so they
oldest.
can't do anything. Yeah, you got big problems. I think you need to track down your file from USCIS. You need to track down your file from the State Department. But if you got, even if your kid wasn't 8 but was rather 21, you've got a big misrepresentation when you came back to the United States. Who told you that was a good idea to come back on a visit visa and not disclose that you had a green card before? Whose idea was that?
One of our relative here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Good luck, Shweez. All right, Ehab is here. Hello, Ehab.
Hi Jim, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. I finally got the interview date in the American Embassy in Cairo for the I-130 interview.
Great.
I was wondering about the type of questions. Will that be something can be asked for religious thoughts, or about political ones as well? Can I refuse answering questions discussing my thoughts or something like so?
Do you want to get a visa?
Yes, the I-130.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you want to get a visa?
Yes.
Then answer their questions.
So
I don't think they're going to ask you many religious or political questions, but if they do, if you want your visa, you got to answer them. If you say, I don't feel like answering that, then they'll say, I don't feel like giving you the visa.
Okay. So I answer with my own thoughts. I don't there is no problem about that.
That's a different question. What do you mean?
Is a certain question if it was answered like if you condemn Hamas or you condemn Palestinian, something like so. If I'm not condemning them, so this will be a disadvantage.
I mean, people can comment in the comments, but I don't think they ever ask you questions like that. Not on an immigrant
Oh,
visa petition.
okay. Another question, please. Can I ask you something about B1, B2 visa?
Yeah, sure.
My wife just applied for the B1, B2 visa for the actually the one who made the I-130 is my U.S. citizen daughter who's living in USA, but she didn't do this the same for her mother because her mother cannot be away from Egypt for a long time because she's taking care of her elder mother and some handicapped brother. So when she applied for the visa, the consul just refused her request and gave her back a paper that she can may apply again. What's the solution for this?
So, so um, the visit visa, the visit visa. So first of all, if you had asked me before you started the process, hey Jim, I'm about to go through this whole process. I have a wife. Like you and your daughter's mother are still married, right?
Yes.
Um, if you had said, Jim, I'm getting a green card through my U.S. citizen daughter, and my spouse, she doesn't need it right now because she's to take care of her mother. I would have said, Ehab, I understand what you're saying, but I would have had your daughter file for both of you for this exact reason. Because
Mm-hmm.
once Ehab demonstrates immigrant intent and says he wants to live in the United States and have a green card, then they just automatically assume Mrs. Ehab wants that too. They automatically assume that because there's a U.S. citizen child over 21 in the United States, they pretty much assume mom and dad have immigrant intent, even if dad never applied for the I-130. But once there's an I-130 on file for dad, they're almost always going to say, mom has immigrant intent too, even though you told them that she has a sick mother, or when your wife went to get her visit visa, that there was a sick mother involved. They don't believe anybody. Like they view it one way. So I would have said, go ahead and apply for an I-130 for mom too. Just it's easier, keep it all together. And then once she has her green card, she can come and go, and or she can have a reentry permit and stay out for a full 2 years. But separating you from your spouse on this immigration journey probably wasn't a great idea.
Uh-huh. So will be a problem because the I-130 for for myself it took around 2 years to be
Another reason why you should have done it together. So I think this might come up at your interview.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Ahab, what's the deal? And what I would do if I were you, Ahab, is I would go ahead and apply for an I-130 right now through your daughter for your wife, so that when you go to your interview, you can say, yeah, we screwed that up. I should have applied for both of us together. She's got a dying mom. She does want to be with me. We're still together. We're not getting divorced or anything. So we filed her I-130 after we talked to a lawyer and figured out how things really work.
Can I do I-130 for her now
Yeah.
while my interview is next month?
I would say yes.
Okay. So thank you, Jim, for your information.
Good luck, Ahab. Let us know how it goes, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Nabila.
Hi, Jim. I'm just taking myself off camera.
Sure thing, no problem.
Yeah, pretty heartfelt. I'm afraid my question is not as dire as the person before me, but so I am a 10-year green card holder. I I came to the United States in 2022 February. So, and I came on the base of being married to a U.S. citizen. Um, and my 3-year mark will be 2025 February. So I'm, with the 90-day, the filing for the citizenship 90-day ahead, I would be technically eligible to apply for citizenship in a week or so.
Yeah.
On November 12th. Um, I was wondering, however, I had decided to actually push that by a year. The reason being, I was away from the United States for 4 months in 2022. Um, like about 6 months after I arrived, I left for 4 months to be with my mother, taking care of her as she was going through cancer treatment. Then I returned in December. I was married the entire time, but my husband didn't accompany me to India when I was taking care of my mom, and he was here, and so we were apart for 4 months, even though we were, our marriage was fine and everything. But I understand that that might be seen as a break in the marital union by some offices. So I had decided to delay my application by a year, just to be safe. Now with the election results and everything, I'm just wondering, should I apply before the inauguration, before the Republican government comes into power? Is there any risk at all, or for a person in my situation with my citizenship application?
Great question. Thanks for the call. So I think we have to think of it this way. Most everybody has to wait 5 years for citizenship to apply for citizenship, 5 years of being a green card holder. The 3-year rule is sort of a benefit or a easier way that they really sort of push strict compliance with. In other words, if you want to take advantage of the 3-year rule to apply, you really have to hit your mark, right? You can't have anything that that would disqualify you. In the old days, it was, have you been married 3 years? Under Biden, they changed it to, as you say, show a full 3 years of living together in marital union, and they've pushed that harder than ever before, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that there's an argument to be made to wait an extra 4 months after your 3 years are up. Like whatever time you had in that big chunk, add that to the back end and then apply. So that's one argument. The other argument is the one that you're calling about, which is, should I go ahead and apply now in the hopes that I get this taken care of before Trump takes office? I think that's a hard call. I mean, you said, is there a risk? There's not a risk other than losing your filing fee, right? So, I mean, you never want to get a case denied if you can avoid it. So I think you have to do sort of a cost benefit analysis and ask yourself, which do you think is the worst decision? We're going to be doing a lot of that. A lot of times I've told people before that we are sometimes, as immigration lawyers, and especially during Trump, that we are triage lawyers or triage doctors. We're in the ER trying to make the best decision out of 2 bad choices, right? So if it were me, I'd probably wait, but obviously I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to discourage you from applying, especially if you can afford the filing fee.
Right. So is there any, if they do deny on that basis, does that go on your record and affect the next time I apply?
In my experience, it doesn't really, because they view it as, oh, well, you had this problem and you fixed the problem and now you've waited. I would say that if you get denied this time, then I would probably just wait the full 5 years. So there's that.
I see. Okay. And regarding this 3-year marital union, so I was actually thinking it has to be 3-year continuous from just before the date that you apply. So just to give you a timeline, I arrived in February 2022. I left US in August 2022. I returned in December 2022. And so I thought I have to wait from December 2022, 3 years, and that would be December 2025. Mm-hmm. Or is it 4 months that I was away, adding that to November 2024?
That's the way I'd feel comfortable making that argument. I wouldn't be worried about making that argument. I think waiting a full 3 years after you get back is probably overkill.
Okay. That okay, but yeah, I guess, yeah, I think that's a sort of a better middle ground for me to go with, probably.
Yeah, I think that's a good middle ground. Thanks, Nabila.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, there you have it, another edition of the Best of the Immigration Answers Show. Again, my name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration attorney practicing law throughout the United States, out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. If you want to get a hold of us at the firm, you can email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com, or you can call us at 314-961-8200. You also can join our free Facebook group. It's called Immigrant Home. We'd love to have you join us there. There's thousands of immigrants talking about the immigration process in there every single day. We also have our YouTube channel where you can subscribe to see all of our videos and to get alerted whenever we go live, whenever we're going to record another episode of the Immigration Answer Show. Maybe you could be a guest and ask us a question. Finally, if you're not following us on TikTok, we suggest you do at Immigration Hacking. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.